Hi, in this video, we are going to talk about multiple mechanical actions of booleans. So in order to understand it, let me quickly place a boolean control on the front panel to enable the or to access the mechanical actions. Right click on it. You can change the mechanical action from over here, or you can directly go to the properties dialog box. When properties dialog box open up, go to operations, and then we have 6 behaviors that we can access and use it in our system. So as you can see, this is button behavior. Here we have listed 6 button behaviors. Here behavior explanation, you can understand the working of this behavior, and then you can even preview it. How does it work, right? Also, one thing more that I want to say over here, you can understand the behavior from this diagram also. For example, let's talk about switch when pressed. So it means whenever my switch is pressed, the state should change from false to true or from true to false. That means you can see, right? Whenever M is mechanical state, V is my output. So my mechanical state goes down and my output goes up, right? And whenever my mechanical state goes again up, but my output does not go, my output does not change. Why? Because whenever I press it, it's just like switches in our home. Whenever I turn it on, even if I release the button, the output does not change, right? So even if the user release the button, that is the mechanical action, the output didn't change. So this is, let's preview it to understand in a better way. If I click over here, so I have clicked it, I have not released the mouse button yet, and my output is green, right? So my state is high. Even if I release the mouse button, now I have released the mouse button, the LED does not go off. That means the output stays still. In order to change the to change the output, I have to click it once again and my output will change. So this is switch when pressed, very basic. We use it in our daily life. Now let's talk about switch when released. Switch when released, as the name suggests, uh, whenever I release my left click or anything from the button, then only the output will change. Which means, let's suppose, as you can understand from this diagram also, as soon as the button releases, the output goes high. Let's suppose if I click it over here, now I have clicked it, I have not released the mouse yet, but the output is low. As soon as I lift it, the output goes high. This is the same functionality which we face in our Windows, that is this cross or the close option. Whenever I click it, let's suppose I've clicked it, as you can see, but the Windows does not turned off or disappear. And when I release the button, then only it will take the action. So this is how switch when released work. Now let's talk about switch until release. Switch until release is something during the press state, the output is high, and whenever I release it again, the output goes low. For example, if I click it over here, now output is high, and as soon as I release my left click on the mouse, the output goes low. Now let's talk about latch action. Latch action is by default something spring triggered action. Whenever I click it, it will automatically comes back. Switch latch when released, as you can see my mechanical action, I have clicked it, the output goes high momentarily and then automatically goes low, right? So as you can see, if I clicked it, now you can see I'm clicking multiple times, so you can see the output goes high for a very brief amount of time. Latch when released, again the same thing. Whenever I release the button, then only my output goes high. Latch until release is something same, unless and until when I pressed it, the duration between the press state and the release state, only that amount of time the output will be high, as you can see, right? So this is how mechanical action or Boolean mechanical action works, we have 6 different types. So based on your requirement and uh, your mindset, you can choose any option from this list.